It's like a throwback to season 28. We got back-to-back weeks with NBL Live on the schedule. So happy to have you along with us. I am Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director, hanging out with the commissioner of the NBL. It is Bomber, and we, of course, have NBL Live broadcast 308 coming up for you. Before we get there, of course, we have our NBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every week by our streetwear sponsor, Came From Nothing Clothing. You can see the wide array of clothing there from CFN. Check them out, cfnclothing.com. Check out the new Legacy line of merchandise over there. You can also go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com and click on the merchandise tab. We got a lot of action tonight here on NBL Live. They're kicking off with the two feature games. We got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Washington Redskins, and we also have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Bomber! What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Excited to be here. As you said, we got a lot of a plethora of games here in week 2 here, NBL season 41, second season of Madden 20. So a lot of teams trying to get off on the right foot, including the Green Bay Packers versus the Seahawks. That's going to be a very interesting game. As we know, the Packers got off to a slow start in Madden 20. What were they, 1-3 at one point? Then they went on quite a roll.
And they finished 13-3.
Finished 13-3. I mean, they just have been on a phenomenal tear towards the end of last season. Let's see if that carries over or if they kind of start on another slow starting season for them here in Madden 20. A lot of questions to be answered still early in this Madden cycle, but I'm excited to watch these Green Bay Packers at work.
Should be a great night of NBL action. Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our players to watch for this broadcast 308 here on the NBL Network. Starting off with that matchup between the Ravens and the Washington Redskins, and Mark Andrews had a great first game here. Again, this is only week 2, but look at these stats from his first game. 5 catches, 53 yards, and he found the end zone twice, averaging 10.6 per carry. And Bomber, this Baltimore Ravens team, they love what they have. They traded for Darius Geis from these Washington Redskins. They have him at halfback. They love what they have in Hollywood Brown, but Mark Andrews might get lost in the shuffle. It was shown in that first game, though, that even though they have the deep threat with Hollywood Brown, even though they love to stretch the field, Mark Andrews is a reliable target, and he's going to be one they look for in the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at a guy like Mark Andrews, a tight end that can provide you a lot of stability at a quarterback position that really with Lamar Jackson there, this is the reason why his completion percentage is so high. Mark Andrews has to be the guy. He had 2 touchdowns week 1, 5 catches, 53 yards. Let's see if that trend continues, but don't sleep on Willie Snead, Miles Boykin, and Marquise Brown. A little bit of a triple threat outside for this team at the wide receiver position. You sprinkle in a little Mark Andrews, and Lamar Jackson has a lot of targets he could throw the ball to, which makes him very, very dangerous.
On the flip side, for the Washington Redskins, how about defensively what they've gotten out of Landon Collins in the first game of season 41? 8 tackles, 2 passes deflected, and 2 sacks. And Bomber, I think what everybody knows about Landon Collins, this is an in-the-box safety. This is a guy the Redskins like to send after the quarterback. He's not going to be dropping back into coverage every play. He's sort of all over the place. Do the Redskins have enough defensively to stop the high-powered offense in Baltimore?
I don't know if the Redskins are going to be able to stop them, but maybe contain them and force a couple turnovers and kind of keep them involved in the game. Landon Collins has been a beast, 6 foot, 218 out of Alabama. We all know this. 88 overall, 90 speed, 90 excel, play recognition 88, hit power 93. I mean, I could go on and on with these attributes, but Landon Collins is going to be the guy to watch. He's going to be the difference maker. If he can get a big hit on Lamar Jackson, even a big hit on Mark Ingram, he's been a little fumbleitis at the end of NBL season 40. That might translate into some turnovers on the ground, and if Washington's defense can kind of create those turnovers, it'll allow them to stay in this game, and maybe we'll see an upset tonight.
On the flip side, Packers and Seahawks, let's take a look at Rashawn Gary's first game of season 41. 3 sacks from the linebacker position. I think that's what's most impressive about Gary and this Green Bay defense. We know about the sack leaders, Daniil Hunter, DeMarcus Lawrence, mostly defensive ends, but Gary at the linebacker position, not only can he drop back in coverage, but they'll put him at that rush end position and let him come after the quarterback. Is Gary primed to have another multi-sack game against the Seattle Seahawks?
You have to wonder if he is primed for that right now. I mean, we're early in the year. Things can happen on both sides of the ball that could dictate how each team is attacking. If Seattle stays with the ground and pound and plays a little smarter in the passing attack, I don't know if Rashawn Gary, 22 years old, is going to have the kind of production that he had in week 1 with 3 sacks against the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are sack prone. This is a team going nowhere in a hurry. Not the same situation with Seattle. I think they're going to protect Russell Wilson a little bit. He does have that blitz radar as well. It might kind of help him kind of neutralize the abilities of the pass rusher in Rashawn Gary. So I don't know. If he does have 2 or 3 sacks, I think it's going to be an easy win for the Packers. If they can control this pass rush, I think Seattle has an opportunity to come away with this win on the road.
You know, I heard that the Lions were actually trying to shore up their offensive line. They reached out to Joe Thomas, Kevin Maway, Bruce Matthews. Wow. I mean, they're just reaching out to anybody who's over the age of 45 to shore up that line because they love the old players.
And here's a fun fact about the Detroit Lions. They do love the young, older players. They brought in Patrick Peterson this last offseason, and the move that they made to bring him in created a cap casualty of left tackle Taylor Decker, who is on the market. He got paid fairly well, so it goes to show you how important he could be to another team. That's got to be a loss that the Detroit Lions are kind of feeling the sting of right now. As you said, they just had Matt Stafford on his back nearly the entire game week 1 in a 28-3 loss to these Green Bay Packers.
Saturday, Orlando Pace. We're thinking Johnny Unitas might get a tryout at quarterback. We don't know yet. As we take a look at the Seattle Seahawks, how about DK Metcalf? Relatively held in check in week 1. Only 3 catches for 22 yards, a receiving average of 7.3. This is not what we've come to know from DK Metcalf. No more is that deep threat opposite of Tyler Lockett. I know it's only 1 game, but I guess the question is there any reason for concern seeing how DK Metcalf was used in game 1?
That's a good question, and that was a very tough win they had in in Seattle versus Washington week 1. It went into overtime. They ended up taking care of business in OT. But, man, I'll tell you what, DK Metcalf had 963 yards, 69 receptions last year, and 14 touchdowns. You have to think he was on pace to hit 1,000 yards. If he comes away with another dud performance today against this Green Bay Packers team, and Jair Alexander's going to be following him around the field today, so it might be just a reflection of what we're getting in week 1. This could prove big-time trouble for anybody that's got DK Metcalf on their NBL fantasy team.
The Seattle Seahawks team, though. I mean, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, is that one of the best 1-2 punches in the entire NBL? Those are 2 very talented receivers.
Yeah, you got athleticism, speed on the outside. Tyler Lockett, 4 catches for 70 yards. The receiving core, just not much from Russell Wilson. 27 years old. Are they the most talented? It depends on how talented you believe DK Metcalf is. He's got size. He's got strength. He has athleticism. So
Luke says he's his returner, just like Saquon.
Well, who, Tyler Lockett or DK?
DK.
That's risky business right there. I don't really understand that. Tyler Lockett's a good player. 88 overall, 5'10", $182, 27 years old. Still has a couple more years left. Do I think this is one of the best 1-2 punches in the league? It's definitely in the top 8, top 9. And if you think DK Metcalf is the next real deal, if he's on your radar saying, hey, this guy's going to be a big-time player in the NBL, I could see you feeling that kind of way.
By the way, Porter saying Hodges and Smith-Schuster, love those 2. I'm sorry, how many points did Pittsburgh score in week 1? Was it 7? What happened?
Well, I would know. I have the Pittsburgh quarterback, Sweet 16, on my fantasy team.
Did he score 16?
And I could tell you exactly how many points he had, which will give you a little idea of how the receivers likely played in week 1, or at least their production. Sweet was 11 for 20, 55%. That's not good. That's not good at all. 144 yards, not good at all. 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, and 6 sacks. So the receivers had 0 touchdowns on the week, and Smith-Schuster was 4 for 59, and Bucky Hodges 2 catches for 44 yards, respectively.
Well, there's a look at how our Bleacher Report team sees this week 2 action going. Split down the middle with the Green Bay-Seattle game. Cougs, of course, not picking, but Motor, Dubes, Brad, and Fat taking the Packers. Bananas Game Master, Cringe, and JB taking the Seattle Seahawks. The same cannot be said about the Ravens-Redskins game. No one having faith in ISO and that Redskins team. Every single person going with the Baltimore Ravens bomber. Let's get your predictions in. Let's start off with that Ravens-Redskins game. Any chance for the Redskins today?
I like the Redskins hanging in the first half, but I think the second half is going to just open up. Maybe a big Lamar touchdown to Hollywood Showtime Brown into the end zone that kind of opens it all up and it all falls downhill. Or this game gets blown out from the kick, and that might happen as well. But I'm going to go 35-13, the Baltimore Ravens over the Washington Redskins tonight. Nick, what say you?
I got the Ravens in that one. I think it's going to be closer than people think. Give me the Ravens in that one, 35-31. I think it's
a little shootout.
A little shootout. How about that other game?
We both agree on one thing, that Redskins play no defense, right?
There's no defense in Washington. But on the flip side, that Packers-Seahawks game should be a barn burner. How do you see that one going?
I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think both teams maybe score early and then it kind of tightens up. Those games where it's 14-14 end of the first, 14-13. I see it going that way. I think the Green Bay Packers pull it out 23-20, and I could actually go both ways. I could see the Seahawks winning 23-20. Field goal at the end does it, but I'm going to go with the Packers. Home field advantage. I like to roll with the home teams. Nick, your thoughts on this game? I'm 23-20, Packers over Seattle, and Packers improving to 2-0.
I got the Seattle Seahawks on the road pulling off the win in a low-scoring game. Give me the Seahawks 17-13. Only one way to find out, though. Let's send it out to the game.
Sim it.
Let's just sim it. All right, we're just going to sim it. Never mind. JK, we're just
simming
it.
There's only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. We're going to sim it, and we're just going to tell you what happened. Now, we're going to send it out to the games. We got 5 games going on tonight, so we're going to have a little bit of red zone action going on. So make sure.
Do it right, Nick. If we have 5, not 1.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. We got 5 games going on tonight here on MBL Live. We got 2 featured games. The Packers taking on the Seahawks. The Redskins taking on the Ravens. It's all coming up right now here on MBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
And we are indeed live. It is MBL Live broadcast 308 here on the MBL Network, and we got 2 phenomenal games followed up by more. All the action you can handle here. It's week 2, the season's kicking off. Everyone's excited to be here on MBL Live. We got the Seahawks and the Packers on the left side of your screen, Ravens and Redskins right side of your screen. I am your MBL Network Director, Nick Mazesco, hanging out with the commissioner of the MBL Bomber, and we want to give a big shout out to our MBL Live sponsor this entire cycle, Elgato. They do so much for our MBL Network. I use the Stream Deck, the green screen, the key lights, the whole shebang. Make sure you head over to elgato.com and check out the wide array of Elgato products for your streaming needs. On 1st and 10, the former Redskin, Darius Geist with a carry, picking up 4.
Shout out to Porter with already a pretty gut-wrenching comment in the chat already. He says 3 teams with playoff aspirations today here on MBL Live broadcast 308. And then we have the Washington Redskins. Boom.
He ripped that off of me from last night. He was
Oh,
literally
did he?
laughing
Well,
at my
of course.
thing
I
that
mean,
I said last night.
do you think that he comes up with any kind of jokes? I'm not surprised. But the fact that he remembered it, I'm going to give him points for that. I mean, the bar is very low here.
The only joke that he has is his play in week 1. 2nd and 6, Whoa. Lamar Jackson dropping back in the pocket. All sorts of time. Look at left side for Boykin. Jump picked up by Moreau. Hey, Porter, he got a one-finger salute for you as the Redskins kick it off with a turnover.
That's just a bad execution there by Lamar Jackson. A little too much time in the pocket. And I'll tell you what, if it feels wrong and it feels like I got a little too much time here, something feels like they might be baiting me. Well, they might just be baiting you. And right there, they just kind of baited Lamar Jackson into that terrible throw, and it cost him first pass, first interception of the day.
Speaking of baiting, C-Star really likes the Joe Rogan experience as the carry on first down.
Oh man! Shout out to Joe. Hey,
shout out to the experience.
That's why he wants to go to the UFC thing in Vegas. It just hit me because it's a 10 out of 10 chance Mr. Rogan's going to be there.
The experience will be live.
I don't even want to know what he's going to be doing. I can't sit next to him at the event if he knows he's in the same building. He's like, guys, we're in the same building as
I
the
can
experience.
see Joe. Oh, I love Joe. 2nd and 8, Dwayne Haskins in the shotgun, looking over the back of the end zone for Terry McLaurin. Give it right back. All right, Porter, never mind. That one finger salute's back. Great
That one was
throw.
a terrible throw right there. You're in field goal range. You got all these opportunities here. You can do so much, but what do? You throw it right back to him, and you give Lamar Jackson, who throws at a 75% completion percentage clip, you give him more opportunities to drive the ball on the field. You got to just come away with points there, at least 3.
All right, Lamar, one more time. Play action pass right side of screen. He looks to the out route, and that's not picked off.
Not in bounds. Wow.
But should have
picked
been,
off.
But
Yeah.
picked off. All right, Z-Star. Maybe stop thinking about the experience. Focus on the game. 3rd and 5, left side of your screen. It's going to be a handoff to Chris Carson, and he is stuffed. They tried to run it on 3rd and 5. They don't pick it up. They're going to be forced to punt. On 4th and 2, 2nd and 10 for Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens. Bunch formation to the right side, one over the left side. Lamar driving back to pass on 2nd and 10. Good man coverage. He's got a man, right?
So what have we seen so far? 3 incompletions. Well, 2 interceptions. 1, the feet actually were in bounds. Then Lamar Jackson rolls out, sets his feet, and just throws a terrible pass. So it's definitely a slow start. I got to get your opinion on the throwback uniforms there on the Packers Seattle game.
Lamar on 3rd and 10. Over the middle. Nice throw to Boykin. There we go. He gets in the rhythm. The throwback unis, I like them.
I like Seattle's a lot.
Yeah, I love those. They almost look like Detroit from far away because they're a little brighter.
I like that blue a little bit better.
Pressure. Hey, Aaron, keep driving back, but you're going to be sitting down as Reed, a free blocker up the middle. I don't know what happened on the offensive line, but Aaron Rodgers victimized on that play. Now a 1st and 10 for Lamar on the right side of your screen. 3 wide set, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right side. As Jackson dropping back, corner blitz. Down goes Lamar, and who else but Landon Collins, his 3rd sack of the season.
Yeah, you talked about him in the pregame show about how he's such a hybrid style safety for this Redskins. They don't just ask him to cover. He's going to be blitzing. He's going to be covering. He's going to be basically doing it all. It's Davante Adams. They're on the left side making a play.
Yep.
Yeah, just fighting forward. Yeah, just slightly bit ahead.
All right.
Oh, he's still on his feet?
And now he's down now. Brett 1624 says, has NBL ever had a 1,000-yard rushing quarterback?
I don't think so. I think we've gotten to 600, maybe 500-600 before.
1st and 10 for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Man coming in motion from right to left. Aaron Jones in the backfield on 1st down. It's going to be a little counter run. There's nothing there. Maybe a yard on the play. 3rd and 29 for Lamar. Just hands it to Mark Ingram. Runs into his own blocker. Shakes off a tackle. He'll get 13 of it, but they'll be forced to punt. Boy, Baltimore looks in shambles early in this game.
Yeah, definitely not sharp. And this is a team that just played the Tennessee Titans in week 1 in a game that really was more back and forth than many thought. As you see, the Titans play the Texans this week, 33-7. Easy peasy win for the Houston Texans. Why are the Ravens struggling early on? I think we're getting a little glimpse into the situation they have on the offensive side of the ball. Inconsistency and inefficient.
1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. We'll go full screen after this play as Rodgers right up the middle. Oh, it's picked off, and who else but Bobby Wagner? And he's inside the 50, makes a man miss. He's in open space. 20, 15, 10, 5. Bobby Wagner with the pick 6, housing it on the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers throwing touchdowns to the wrong team.
Yeah, right there. You just have to really have a head-scratching moment what Aaron Rodgers is seeing. This isn't the first time this game in which he's had pressure in front of his face, a defender in front of his face, and he just throws it. He took a sack earlier. You just wonder where his eyes were, where he didn't see the defenders coming at him right in front of his face. Right there, he throws it right to Bobby Wagner. 99 overall, one of the best middle linebackers in the game.
1st and 10 after a horrible pass interference. That ball was so uncatchable, and yet still got interfered with. Dwayne Haskins is the slant route for 9.5.
Eddie Mars giving his little analysis in the chat. Davante Adams is an interesting wide receiver, isn't the best at anything, but doesn't have really any weaknesses. Thoughts on Eddie Mars and his analytical commentary?
If there's one person who knows what not being good at anything is like, it's Eddie, so I trust him on that one. 2nd and inches, Haskins bringing McLaurin in motion. Or actually, that's Paul Richardson. Baltimore not fooled by the trickery, as he's going to lose 2 on the play.
Yeah, a little jet sweep there. I like that more of a red zone style play. Why you'd be running it so far away from the goal line. I'd like to spread them out right here. Maybe go 5 wide and run some type of quarterback draw. I'd be more interested in seeing that right now.
Big 3rd and 3 for Washington in a game that nobody appears to want to win early. A rainy day in the capital city. There's not a whole lot going offensively, as we've already seen. We'll call it 2.5 interceptions. 3rd and 3. Haskins, empty backfield. Check for David Njoku in the slot, the new tight end. Good man coverage on him. He's going to challenge the user. And a nice play. Good job not going for the pick there. Just goes for the swat. Redskins will be forced to punt this ball away.
3 down front. Imagine if that was a 5 wide receiver quarterback draw right there. He might have walked for a first down.
And he says he can shovel more snow than anyone. I 100% agree. 3rd and 4 for Rodgers.
Into his nose.
Sacked again. What's going on with this Green Bay offensive line?
They're not holding up against Seattle right now. It seems like Seattle's getting a lot of pressure to them. Let's see if it kind of just evens itself out. As Seattle has an opportunity here to go up 2 scores. You go up 2 scores on Aaron Rodgers in this Green Bay attack. They go really heavy into the pass, and that's where you want them to be to lose that balanced attack.
Go back to the double box, handoff, guys. Oh, nowhere to go. I think that was Ryan Kerrigan.
Yeah.
And on the tap. No, Sean
that was
Lee.
Lee. Oh, wow.
Dallas Cowboy.
A little vindictive.
Through a triple team.
Going. Yeah, he's showing he's got a little JU ice in the tank, but man, that's a little vindictive going to a division rival.
Brett in the chat says, all right, Nick and Bomber, if you were doing a fantasy CFM, you have the #1 pick. Who are you taking? Khalil Mack, in my opinion, the best player.
Is that who you're taking, or is that what he said?
In a CFM, I'm taking... maybe Mack.
Yeah, I think getting a pass rusher is definitely probably key in this game. I mean, I've got one on the Houston Texans. I've got 2. And I just can tell the pressure that he gets and how much of an impact it actually makes on the field as he goes for a bad strip right there, too.
Hollywood, the breakaway speed. How far away was he trying to strip that ball from?
Oh, it's just ridiculous. I mean, way outside of the
I think if I were to go with the first overall pick, I'd still think it's probably Mahomes.
I might go DeAndre Hopkins. He's just that good of a receiver, and I'm a passer. Yeah, Mahomes is nuts. I even like, if you're doing CFM, I even like Baker, and I like Lamar, and I like Deshaun Watson at quarterback. That's why I'm okay if I don't, I don't think those guys make it out of the first round, because once you get to the end, these guys are going to start thinking quarterbacks, and you're going to be picking last in the second round. So I'd have to get the best out of position. So, yeah, Khalil Mack, definitely somebody to think, but he's 28 years old already. So I'd have to actually look at some pass rushers maybe a little bit younger who already have those abilities as well.
This pass underneath by Lamar, just dumping it off to Mark Ingram, but another 3rd and 18. And so far, this Washington defense sending a lot of heat, a lot of players getting in the backfield as Lamar is struggling to deal with the pressure. 3rd and long after a nice 3rd inches they picked up with Hollywood Brown. They've given a bunch of it back with the Montez Sweat sack. Only a 3-man rush. Lamar looking over the middle of the field for Hollywood. And that is nowhere close. 4 of 8. 66 yards, a pick, and another punt for the Baltimore Ravens.
I want to know what the superstar X factor is for Ryan Kerrigan. Is he getting some kind of pressure on the quarterback? Is that what he kind of creates? I got to see what his abilities are because it seems like he's under pressure a lot there, Lamar Jackson. And even on that one, it was heavy pressure and accurate as they're forced to punt again. Very sloppy start to this game for the Baltimore Ravens.
Brad in the chat, of course, saying, I wouldn't worry about a QB in a CFM draft. Just wait for Will Grier.
All right. What not to do?
I'm surprised he didn't say, I'd take Will Grier with the first pick.
So should I take Will Grier? Is that what we're saying just to...
Wheel route. Got him. Styles.
Should I take Will Grier just to make him start worrying? Would that make him panic?
Yeah, absolutely. Thriller says Luke or Julio. I wouldn't take Julio just because I think he's 28, 29. He's going to start regressing. Same with Kuechly. I think they're both great players, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Just older. And if I was taking their team, like the Falcons, I'd try to hold on to them as long as I could. But in a draft like this, yeah, that definitely isn't happening for me.
Oh, boy. Hey, Dwayne. Didn't see that pressure coming, did you? Young, just two-hand shove. Look at this. Just right along the back and just boop.
Yeah, he had a drag coming across the field to the tight end who just fell down. He just got knocked down by one of the blitzers. Njoku never made it across the field. We haven't talked about David Njoku much. That was a nice trade. They gave a first-round pick, the 11th or 10th overall in the NBL Season 41 rookie draft.
Another inaccurate pass. The rain may be affecting these quarterbacks as they're a little bit all over the place. 3rd and long. What is going on with Kuzanimo?
No idea. On the right side, there was a wide-open go route for Haskins. He missed out on that.
3rd and 18. Haskins going to drop down under center. 3 wide set to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Hood in the backfield. Just hands it off to Hood, picks up a couple, and they're going to punt this ball away.
A smart decision by Washington. You haven't seen anything from the Baltimore Ravens that makes you feel like you have to get aggressive. So we're going to see just there must have been some kind of reason why he's punting here on 1st and 10. Something went wrong with the game, I assume.
It happens. Davis with the return. He'll be taken down shy of the 15. Eddie Mars in the chat says, Donald or Mack are the only answers at number 1. Running backs don't go till later other than Tyreek Hill as the 2 most uniquely amazing players. Really showing the disrespect to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Aaron Donald is another one
Donald's
you think
great.
about.
I'm still going with Patrick Mahomes. For no reason other than value. He's got 5 superstar abilities. Oh, and he's 99. And he's great. Oh, Darius Geis, stop, please. 22 yards.
Yeah, you got to chill on the strip move here if you're the Washington Redskins. Have a little discipline in open field. Just make the tackle.
They're saying we need a read option. 1st and 10. Hand off to Geis up the middle. Big hole. Maybe this is where Baltimore just starts to impose their will because right now they're dominating up front and running the ball effectively with Darius Geis.
Yeah, I forgot about the trade for Geis. So this is a little bit of a payback game here for the Baltimore Ravens. They're trying to get him into the offense. They still have Mark Ingram. Ingram had 6 carries for 23 yards in week 1. Geis, 21 carries for 99 yards and a touchdown. Trying to get his first 100-yard game here with the Baltimore Ravens. 5 carries, 33 yards.
3rd short now for the Baltimore Ravens coming up. As on 2nd and 8, the Seahawks will pass to the flat. Here we go, 3rd and short. 2 wide receivers for Jackson. A little RPO action. And, Geis broke Kerrigan's tackle, and he's still in space. Oh, what a play. He had that stop the entire way, and Darius Geis said, hey, Ryan, we were teammates for a while, but we ain't friends no more as he breaks the tackle, picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, that's what they expected when they brought in Geis, was just a halfback that can kind of create after contact, and right there he does what he's supposed to do, and that stay on his feet and make a big play, keep the chains alive.
Play action rollout for Lamar. Another inaccurate pass. Woo, the rain. Not pretty for these 2 quarterbacks.
And Lamar Jackson just looking very inconsistent, and this is a guy that threw at a 77% completion clip in NBL Season 40, not looking like himself here in Week 2.
2nd down to 10 for Lamar Jackson. Pistol formation. On 2nd down, he's going to hand off to Mark Ingram, relegated to backup. He's still pretty good backup to have. Picking up 4 on the play. Bring him another 3rd down.
All right, here's the situation. 3rd and 6 on the 40-yard line. You got Justin Tucker as your kicker. Obviously, wind is going to play a factor in this, but I think the Ravens, this is where they get real cute, where they can throw the ball and kind of just take a risk. Not a risk, an efficient play to pick up a few more yards to get Justin Tucker in field goal range. You've seen him do it throughout the season last year.
3rd and 6. Looks like a Tampa 2 look from the Washington Redskins. Jackson in the backfield. 3 wide set, 2 to the right, 1 over the left side. 2 in the backfield with him, 1 being the tight end. Mark Andrews is on 3rd down. Geis back to block. Over the middle, finds Andrews. And nice little low pass there. Picks up a 1st down. Nice safe read there. Good job by the offensive line, giving Lamar Jackson enough time to work.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit better user kind of shadow that Mark Andrews across the middle. I think he could have been there to make a play when the ball was released, but right there just kind of checks him and lets him go.
1st and 10 for the Washington Redskins, trying to get a stop on the Ravens. Cover 0, slant route, hit him, Hollywood. Every single time they see cover 0, they're going to look for Hollywood Brown on slant route.
Yeah, that's been it 2 for 2 now. You have to start picking that up. How can I bait into that situation? Maybe have a robber that can kind of look like he's blitzing right OSU and just kind of drop right back into that slant, maybe make a play later in the game.
2nd and 1. Bananas asking who's worse, NBL skins or NFL skins? NFL.
How about
Over the middle.
NFL?
Hollywood.
They're both the same.
Hollywood picks up 6.
Has anybody heard from Bananas a Madden Daddy yet? We're waiting for Tout to come around here in the string.
Yeah, what a win for Tout's Cardinals, by the way. Hand off to Geis up the middle. He'll pick up 8. Cut it to a 3rd and 2. Or excuse me, a 2nd and 2. With 20 seconds and counting. Anyone paying attention to the clock? That's going to run down.
Yeah, you got to have your mind
paying
on the
attention to
money
the clock?
here.
Hello?
What does the Baltimore Ravens do? They might, if they don't score, there's a timeout there. What is going on? Just completely mismanaged. This is almost like they're the Cleveland Browns here.
Turn off the experience, put your pants on, and pay attention. Jeez.
Well, now he had an opportunity.
Now he's got 1 play.
Yeah, he's 1, maybe 2.
Bananas asking, wait, Tout beat Nanners?
I mean, yeah, it was more of a slaughter than just a beat. We'll go over the middle high pass here.
7 seconds remaining for Lamar. Has not been accurate. Draco asking, what is he doing? 6 seconds, 5 seconds, back of the end zone. Willie Snead, no high pass needed. He's just standing there. The Red Sea parted, and Willie Snead with the first touch on this game with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, you got to work on using the middle linebacker. If you're going to run Tampa 2, just let him make a play. But right there, just not a good decision. Thanks to the extra point, though.
As he always says, he can't kick in the rain. Don't know what has to do with anything, but can't kick in the rain. 3rd and 7 for Seattle, up 7-0, nearing halftime. Wilson driving back on 3rd down, and he's going to take off. He's got a big lane up the middle, and total whiff on the hit stick from Nemo, but luckily Russell Wilson already sliding.
Yeah, Russell's been very elusive on this drive as they're trying to go up 2 scores here, almost inside the red zone.
1st and 10, Wilson making adjustments at the line. Oh, Tyler Lockett with a catch and cover to the 3-yard line.
You talked about Tyler Lockett being one of the top receivers in the NBL, paired with DK Metcalf, a little dynamic duo right there. He makes a very tough snag, only few can make in the NBL.
Ooh, that run stick was real bad.
Toppy.
That was real bad. As Seattle presumably going to get this field goal from the 5-yard line. They're pondering it. There we go. They just had to kick it. 22-yard field goal from between the hash marks. Myers lining it up. Ball is down. The kick is up. 0's on the clock. 10-0 at the half.
Yeah, that's really important because the Packers are going to get the ball to start the second half. So now you're up 2 scores, 10-0. And I said, this takes Green Bay away from this balanced attack. When they get down multiple scores, you see the worst of them. And right now, that's what you're getting right here.
That play was bad from the beginning for the Washington Redskins. A great check down the field in user coverage from Z-Star. Watch as this cross route's coming. He's using in the middle that cover 1 hole and just stands there. And the receiver runs into him, then there was nobody open. Great defense.
Yeah, Haskins has to do a better job just kind of working his way outside of the pocket to say, hey, if this guy doesn't get naked wide open, I got to throw this ball away or I'm going to have to take off and run and pick up a few. Right there, he does neither and gets a 12-yard loss on that sack.
And 22 for Dwayne Haskins and the Washington Redskins dropping back on 2nd and long. Looking at the corner route for David Njoku, but good defense on the right side. Haskins 2 of 6, 42 yards, had a pick.
And we haven't seen anything from David Njoku this entire game. Last week, 2 catches, 57 yards. They gave away the 11th overall pick in the NBL Season 41 rookie draft to the Cleveland Browns for an expiring contract. They got to re-sign Njoku. I'm just not seeing the value here.
And now they got to pick up a 3rd and 22. Wintgoat in the chat. What's going on, Wintgoat? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in to NBL Live. 3rd and 22 on the right side of your screen. Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins is going to be down at the half-yard line.
Yeah, it could have been a safety
Wintgoat,
right
that's
there.
That's true. I can't confirm that Bomber does smell like peanut butter Funyuns. Can't confirm.
Is that what he's saying in the chat? Let me pull it up.
What's up, D-Train? Showing love from West Virginia as always. Good to see you, man. Appreciate all your love and support. D-Train always on Twitter showing the love for the Man and Bomber League. As Davis will return this to the 46-yard line. 6-0. Baltimore on top with the ball now at the 45-yard line. Right now handed Darius Geis. He's had a lot of success today. He'll pick up another 4. 8 carries, 56 yards. Left side of screen, 3rd and 8. Aaron Rodgers looking to the corner route. And that is Marquez Valdes-Scantling with the catch in tight coverage. Nice throw there from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm okay with it if I'm Seattle, because I'm looking at that throw. That was a tight window pass. Everything had to go perfect. He had to get down. You continuously make those kind of throws. Seattle's going to ball hawk and get a turnover. So Aaron Rodgers, like I said, going away from the run here. They're going to play a real aggressive passing style. Might get him into trouble.
3rd and 3, right side of your screen. So we're in the double box here, NBL Live broadcast 308 here on the NBL Network. 3rd and 3 for the Baltimore Ravens. Bunch to the right side and one over to the left side. Lamar dropping back on 3rd and 3. Waiting. Finds Hollywood Brown. Just a little possession catch for the first down. Picking up 5. Keeping the chains moving.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the possession catch there. I like to see Hollywood Brown maybe cut back inside after he catches. He's so dynamic as a pass catcher. I don't like to take the ball away from him.
Jackson on 1st and 10. Looking into double coverage.
Terrible read.
Whoa.
That was just a bad throw. That was a defense that looked like, okay, he's going to give up a touchdown here. This was a terrible defense. There's so many holes. There was actually an unguarded guy in the middle of the field, and Lamar Jackson just didn't recognize it.
2nd and 10. Left side of the screen. Green Bay trying to stay alive. A little RPO. Finds Boykin for a first down. 2nd and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers finding Valdes-Scantling underneath. 3 catches already for Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens as they're nearing the red zone at the 22-yard line. These games continuing rolling here in week 2. Jackson's in trouble. Just gets rid of it. Throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, as all things considered, he's 10 for 17, 115 yards, a touchdown and a pick. But Lamar Jackson easily could have 2 or 3 interceptions right now. So he hasn't played well, but his team's got an opportunity to go up 2 scores here, even with the field goal. So, I mean, I'm looking at this game on the road. This might be one of those games you look back and be like, yeah, it was a sloppy game, but we ended up with a W. That's all that matters.
Hand off to Geis. Up the middle. We'll get a first down to the 12-yard line. Yeah, and I think that's the sign of a great team, Bombers. At the end of the day, it's easy to win the games when your team's playing well. But when you can win the games when your team isn't clicking on all cylinders, that's how you can know if you're a good team or not.
Yeah, and right now the Ravens haven't been clicking on any cylinder, I don't believe, so far. So
cylinder, cubes, none of them.
Yeah, nothing. And let's see if it helps
Lamar
them out.
Keeps it on the on the little option, makes the user look silly and finds the end zone. Whoever was asking for the read option, you got it there, and Lamar finds the end zone to extend the lead to 2 scores.
Yeah, when he's having problems throwing the ball, he can always revert to that ground game right there, using his legs to pick up the first down. And what are the Redskins in right now? They're in trouble here.
Goal line. Goal line? Oh, this looks like might be 3-4 bear against a full wide set. They've got 2 linebackers out there. Here comes the wow, see, good recognition of that one.
Kerrigan just comes in there. It's untouched right there. Making plays for the Washington Redskins. Superstar X Factor Ryan Kerrigan, that is.
3rd and 16 for the Green Bay Packers. They need points out of this drive. In field goal range right now would be a 45-yard field goal from where they are, but let's see how aggressive they get on 3rd down. 3 wide to the left side, 1 tight end on the right side, running whatever that route is.
You're going to love this. You're going to love this play.
Hey, Cougs? Hey.
What's he got, rabies?
Oh, okay. Hey, Cougs? Where are you going, bud?
Oh, my gosh.
Did the old okey doke.
Did you see the catch already?
Yeah.
What a throw and catch.
That's
what a
nice
throw.
I just can't
by Aaron
get
Rodgers.
Shaq Griffin looking like he's on meth. Just the Benny Hill sketch in the backfield.
Wow. I'll tell you what, man. He came in there fast, though.
Rodgers quick 3-step drop, slant route, Devontae Adams touchdown. A 3rd and 8 now for the Washington Redskins. Going to split Hood out to the left side. Leave Bryce Love in the backfield on 3rd down. Dwayne Haskins, 3 wide receivers. 2 wide receivers. Joku, haven't heard a lot from David and Joku. Is on 3rd and 8. We're looking for that post route. Good click on, good defense. 2 for 8 passing the ball.
Everything's down the field. You're not seeing anything underneath. They just seem like they just consistently get themselves into a 3rd and long situation, unwilling to throw the drag, unwilling to throw the ball underneath. And what ends up happening is you're just consistently looking to drive the ball into drop coverage, and that is just not a recipe for success. That's actually a recipe for a 0-score game on the board, and right now they're on track to do that. They're down 12-0.
Shout out, as always, to our NBL Live sponsor, Elgato. Check them out, elgato.com, for all your streaming needs. 1st and 10, left side of your screen, play action pass for Russell Wilson. Sitting down is Russell Wilson.
You got to get out of the pocket there. Everything was collapsing. Nobody was open. Just a kind of a dangerous throw. Dangerous situation for Russell Wilson. Just got to get out of the pocket and throw the ball away.
Toss play to Darius Geis. The blocking is good out there, and Geis is in open space. Inside the 40, inside the 30, inside the 20. Shakes off a tackler inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Darius Geis putting on a show versus former team.
Yeah, there's his first 100-yard game for the newly acquired Baltimore Raven, Darius Geis. So the Redskins trade Geis away. They bring in David Njoku. Geis goes for 100 yards on them. And Njoku hasn't done anything this season, man. It's just looking like bad decisions for the Washington Redskins.
Lamar, he's going to walk into the end zone. The floodgates have opened, much like the sky in Washington. It is now 18-0. Gotta think they just kicked the extra point, right?
I'd say they go for 2 again.
Yeah, they can go for 2. Why not? Out of ace double wings, this is going to be a toss left. Might be a counter play. Stretch play, sure.
And once again, the Redskins quickly come out and goal line for some reason and get pretty much just out. They're just outmanned. That's twice. They got lucky the first time, not this time.
Again, it's just one of those, like, they come out, compressed formation, stretch it, and if you just have all your players in the box, that stretch is going to work 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. You're going to have to spread the line, maybe have them attack outside. Right there, they don't make any of the proper adjustments.
I want to keep it full screen here on Seattle and Green Bay, and maybe we can check in on some of our other games as it is 20-0 Baltimore. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, I'm interested in the Pricey game.
Russell sacked on 1st down.
Scream's going to be terrible. I just literally clicked on and Pricey caught a bomb. So I don't know how it's looking for him, but it's
Is Pricey the one streaming?
No.
Thank God.
Well, it's Planet though.
Well, not going to that game. As Planet's on the you're not allowed to stream anymore. List. Let's see. Browns are playing somebody right now. I'm watching an ad. Thanks, Twitch. You're the best.
Oh, Pricey's down 28-0. Never mind. That game wouldn't even have been a...
All right, let's do our weekly segment, Inside the Mind of Pricey. What would he be saying right now, knowing that he's down 28-0, but did just get featured on NBL Live?
Bomber, don't tune into this game, man. It's no good, man. It was close early. It was like 0-0 at one point.
Yeah, Pricey, you mean the beginning of the game?
Yeah, it was 0-0. But don't tune in now, man. My guys just aren't playing good.
Pricey, have you thrown any interceptions?
I think I threw a couple. Pricey, you threw 5. 5?
No!
Oh, man, it was a lot. I thought I only threw 2. He'll say stuff like that. I only threw 1. Pricey, was 5. 5?
Was it really? Anyone know what Ric Flair's Twitch is? Anyone? He's got like 8 X's in his name, so. Oh, picked off by the Seahawks. Uh-oh. Green Bay's in trouble. Well, I'd love to show Ric Flair's stream, but no one gave me the link, so I got nothing.
Let me find it out for you.
Thanks, bud. Saints Falcons are already done, by the way. And the Falcons won that game 42-14.
Yeah, not surprised.
We got this one.
Captain Planet's about to be 2-0 right now. Remember when Pricey was 3-0 or something like that?
No?
Yeah, he was 3-0 one year.
Ooh, a touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. A little underneath pass to set the valve, and the Browns, they now go up 16-3. You think Green Bay has a chance down by 10 with 4:42 to go?
Yeah, I think a quick score here. I just think they're kind of playing into the, just kind of playing into the hands of Seattle's defense when you get away from the run. But do I think they have the talent? I think Davante Adams on the field with Aaron Rodgers, you should never count yourself out.
I knew there was like X's in it.
Oh, did he post it in the chat?
Ooh, nice pass right up the seam, Davante Adams.
Right on cue there, huh? Aaron Rodgers to Davante Adams at the 43 now. I want to see a quick score here before under 3 minutes. I want the score to be 17-14, and I want Seattle to start feeling a little bit of that pressure if I'm a Green Bay Packer fan here.
Rams up 21-13 on Philly right now. Philly back at their own 1-yard line. Looks like they're just going to run this down to half. 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. Left side of your screen. Aaron Rodgers rolls out, looking right side. Boy, there've been a lot of Aaron Rodgers completions have been 6-7 seconds, no pass rush, eventually finding a receiver down the field.
Yeah, if you don't get pressure to him, he's going to dice you up the field. But this is when they get dangerous if they decide to start running the ball here inside the red zone.
Handoff. Aaron Jones, good block up the field, picks up 10 to the 12-yard line. Green Bay's got life.
And your man Gov just threw another pick to the Cleveland Browns, so they're up 17-13. They're going to extend this game almost. They're at the 47-yard line as Josh Rosen can't do anything right against the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, hey, I'm going to Vegas on Thursday. You want me to put any money down for you? 500
For me?
Yeah.
No, I never do. I just tell people to do that, and if they win, I expect them to give me some
and if they lose,
for the idea.
Like, I didn't actually.
I've lost. I told you I lost like 14 grand in a couple days once, and I easily lost. I want to say about 1,500, 2 grand on doing that. I played some stupid games late at night. I felt like I was in that movie. You know what's that movie? The Griswold, Vegas one where he goes there and starts playing these weird games at night. Yeah, there was a nice little pass right there for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Yeah, there was war. There actually is war at MGM. I don't know if it's a table. There's a table there.
It's a horrible game.
And I went there at night, and I got up. I put 500 down and went up to 1,000. Let it ride to 2 grand, and I was like, you know what?
We're rolling.
We're hot. I let it ride again, and I hit Jack, and I was thinking, oh, maybe. Then they hit Jack, and we went into war, and then I knew I was dead because I never win war. Ended up losing, and I walked away and I was like, why does it feel like I didn't just lose 500? I really feel like I just lost 2 grand.
Yep.
And then my friend was like, yeah, because you did. I was like, God, stupid. Why didn't I just get out?
Eric G says freaking jump ball in the end zone.
He doesn't like the D-hop. How to use those high point passes against those receivers that can go up and get it. Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers, just a tough matchup.
Let's go full screen of this one. Because the Seattle Seahawks looking to close this one out. 2:18 and counting. 2nd and 2. You got to think Carson's getting the ball here. Hand off to Carson right up the middle. 1st down and more.
Too easy right there. Just no pressure. You don't see any linebacker shooting that gap. Everything's wide open. I'd be a little smarter here if you're the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if I want to go super aggressive just yet. I don't want any penalties here. But I'm going to start calling my defenses a little bit more aggressive.
Zach Ertz, 2nd catch since we've tuned in, by the way.
He looks good, right?
He's tough. 3 catches, 81 yards already for Zach Ertz. With the Philadelphia Eagles down by 8. 1st and 10, 2-minute warning. Wilson hands it to Lockett, a little jet sweep, and he'll pick up 5, maybe 6. I'll call it 5. Good tackle made, but still a second down and 5.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 here for Seattle. Let's see if Green Bay can get them off the field. If not, it's going to be a struggle to try to get the ball back. They're going to have to give up the first down now.
Brent says he's not a big fan of coaches' adjustments. I love them.
Well, I like the cornerback. I like the
Baseline, man line, I like.
Yeah, I don't really use that, but I could see, turning that on, making that less of a pre-snap kind of thing. Something you would tell your guys. I like them. I definitely love the cornerback matchup.
I do think that they are not quite as fleshed out. Like, I think there's some that, I'm never going to turn on aggressive blocking because it's just holding.
Yeah, it doesn't really, exactly.
But
the penalty comes up way too much for it to ever be really useful. So the downside is just the penalty rather than just gassing your guys,
But overall, I like them. 3rd and 7 for Seattle. They're going empty backfield. They're going to air it out to try to pick up the first down. Pump fake on the screen. Wilson in trouble. Down goes Wilson. Timeout. Final timeout taken by Green Bay, but they're going to get a little better field position for that sack.
Wow.
It looked like he had a seam open. That was an aggressive play call.
Yeah, I thought Seattle would definitely run the ball there and just take the time off the clock. I thought their defense played very well throughout the game when they knew it was passing downs and distances for the Green Bay Packers. Now you're giving them the ball back with about a $1:45, $1:40-ish after this punt. I'm really concerned if I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan right now because week 1 went into overtime. This game's shaping up like it potentially could be going to OT as well.
Wilson down. Wilson down. Wilson! 1st and 10. Green Bay Packers needing a field goal to tie it up. Minute 36 and counting. Looks over right side. Marquez Valdes-Scantling with the catch. First down for Aaron Rodgers.
That's just a timing route, little curl, I believe, on the right side. Hits him early. Nice little pitch and catch.
Now on 1st and 10, Rodgers using a lot of clock. Minute 13 now. As he drops back to pass. Over the middle. Got Valdes-Scantling one more time to the 42-yard line. Green Bay in business. Run off to the 56 seconds. They'll spike the ball on first down.
Yeah, got to get on their horse a little bit here as they don't have any timeouts. 55 seconds left. Green Bay's got to be playing for a touchdown here. If I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm this Green Bay offense, I'm thinking this is a big play time here for Davante Adams.
What players got X Factors for me? Post awards. Leighton Vander Esch got X Factor and Amari Cooper got Super Strong. 2nd and 10. Rodgers dropping back, waiting. He's got B. Oh, he's got him. That's Valdes-Scantling. 3 straight catches for Valdes-Scantling. He'll go out of bounds on the 31-yard line because the Green Bay Packers pull off a win late at home.
Now you got to wonder right here. This is Davante Adams' time.
Who's sound was that? Oh, it's Ric Flair. Anyone hear that? Anyone? Davante Adams into the end zone. The Green Bay Packers 4 passes. They find the end zone and take the lead late as Ric Flair is cursing in his microphone. It's pretty funny.
Is he?
That's me.
What did he say?
Hey, Nemo, if you've got the, I think Nemo has the stream audio. Who knows? I
don't hear him talking. Did he mute his mic afterwards or what?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Now Seattle, they've got 3 timeouts, but they need to find the end zone. Duber says he doesn't have his party chant. They need to find the end zone, and that last drive did them no help. But how about the drive from Nemo? Wow.
Yeah, it was just pin perfect.
Tyler Lockett.
Block it over the middle. They're going to now pressure Green Bay. They got to get a touchdown, though. It's not just a field goal for a tie here for Seattle, but they do have 2 timeouts, 34 seconds left. Let's see if Russell, the love muscle, can get it rocking and rolling.
Are you listening to the stream? You're not listening to the stream, right?
I'm listening. I got Nemo's stream on.
Okay. Nemo's got my audio on. and it's throwing me off. It's killing me.
I don't hear your audio from the thing. Like maybe you're getting an echo somewhere.
Nope. It's like 12. It's like 6 seconds after like somebody's watching the stream. 2nd and 2. Russell Wilson. Out route. Nice throw to the right side. Picks up a first down. Only 9 of 13, 99 yards passing the ball. Yeah, thank you. Slam, here's it too. Can we full screen it? All right, we can full screen it. Go full screen. 26 seconds left. As it's a 3-wide set for Russell Wilson in the shotgun. Thank you, Eric G. Holds it. Here's it well. Lobbing it up left side. He's got him over the top. DK Metcalf for the touchdown. The Seahawks go back on top with a no help over the top cover 0 play from the Green Bay Packers defense, and Wilson makes them pay.
That was just another masterful drive between two teams that each probably thought they had the game in hand. Rodgers spoils it for the Seattle Seahawks, and then Russell makes them pay. And we've seen a lot of DK Metcalf today. Man, I'm really starting to buy the hype. Maybe this is a dynamic duo they got going on here in Seattle at the wide receiver position, because that was some clutch, big-time performances we just saw in the fourth quarter.
I found out where it was coming from, by the way.
Yeah.
I had Sclam stream open, and Sclam was listening to it and had his party chat open.
I knew it had to be one of the streams you pulled up.
It was Sclam. It was that scumbag.
And then that guy has the nerve to say he hears it too.
Yeah, because it was you, Sclam. Thanks a lot. 17 seconds left. Aaron Rodgers driving back on
man.
1st and 10.
That sounds like an inside job.
Nice throw, Equinemius St. Brown. All right, 48-yard line. He just needs, 20 yards?
20 yards and get out of bounds. I like this play here. This is one of the newer Hail Mary plays he's going to call here.
The shot save clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that play.
Never had to use it because I've never really been in a situation like this.
15-1. I know. Rodgers, 4 wide set.
Oh, I don't think
3
he got
to the
out
left side, 1 to the right side. We're not there yet. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, he didn't get it.
Oh, I thought maybe the game was going to give it to him as a catch. 7 seconds left. I still think there's time. Just an out route. I think you get to the 40 what? You get an out route over there. Like
42-yard line gives you a 59-yard field goal. That's 10 yards.
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
going straight Hail Mary. I would run an out route with Adams on the left side. That's what I would do. I would flip.
Oh, catch it.
Nope, they're going for it. Oh, well. Seahawks win. There you go. Just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think that's going to be a last game.
I think I would have went out route on the left side, thrown it, got out of bounds, and maybe even just did it again and got significantly into field goal range. It might have been a second left after that. Or at least you run one out route, get out of bounds, and then you're sitting there in a better spot to throw that last pass that won't come up short. You'll be able to get something into the end zone. Missed opportunity there for Aaron Rodgers to get a little bit closer and make it a little bit more of a dangerous situation for the defense.
Coos comes in the chat and says, "Don't press Metcalf, boys." Bomber, good night of NBL action. We saw listen, the Ravens won that game, but let me ask before we get out of here, is there concern in Baltimore considering how Lamar Jackson played today?
Is there what?
Is there concern in Baltimore considering how Lamar Jackson played?
I don't know. I think it's just going to go down this season as one of those games. Remember when Lamar Jackson had a terrible performance, NBL Live broadcast 308, but you know what he did? He figured it out as the season progressed, and they ended up with the dub that week. So I think it's going to just be one of those games where you played poorly, but you got to see a little bit of Darius Geis and what he can bring to this team. And I think the GU Ice is going to be very valuable for this team if they're going to try to make a deep playoff run. I'm not buying it just yet. Even though some of those throws, especially at the beginning of the game, his first 3 passes, a dirt ball and 2 passes that should have been intercepted, one of them actually was, those were very head-scratching moments, and you can't do that against a powerhouse team in the NBL. Lucky for them, the Washington Redskins are not one.
I just update, by the way, before we get out of here. Pricey's final passing stat line, 9 of 15, 104, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Total rushing yards, Josh Jacobs, 6 carries, -2 yards, with a long of 3. Don't worry, Jalen Richard came in, had 1 carry for -3 yards.
I have Josh Jacobs on my fantasy. It might be time to
Cut ties and run.
cut ties and run.
Great night of NBL Live action. We do have another NBL Live coming up Wednesday night, right here, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Let me get you those games. I have to scroll up a lot. Week 3 NBL Live. We've got the Titans taking on the Bills. Dubers versus Eric Bomber. That's going to be a good game. We also have the Broncos taking on the Patriots. That's not going to be a good game. Broncos are 2-0. Enjoy it while you have it.
Well, you look at this Patriots team, they just barely get by the Buffalo Bills. I mean, we both talked about how we like the Buffalo Bills, but I don't expect them to stay 15-14 against the New England Patriots. So maybe the Patriots have a little vulnerability this year with a couple guys regressing in their secondary. Tom Brady regressing a bit coming into season 2 here of NBL season 41, second season of Madden 20. Yeah, it's going to be a blowout probably.
Only one way to find out, though. You guys got to tune in. That's going to be Wednesday night. Confirming. Yes, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Titans and Bills, Broncos and Patriots. You get to see the defending Super Bowl champions. The New England Patriots take on the Broncos and the Titans and the Bills. It's going to be a great night of action. Appreciate you guys all hang out with us tonight on a Monday night here in the NBL. And we are so happy that you were along with us. Hope you guys had a wonderful evening. We hope you guys will come and tune in on Wednesday night. For my co-host Bomber, I am Nick Mazesco. One more time, coming up Wednesday night, NBL Live, broadcast 309 here on the NBL Network at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Right here, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Do not miss it. It's going to be a great night. We're going to get out of here. But thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time right here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.